Discover the 3 types of Aries. Which Aries personality are you? Unveil the fascinating world of the Aries zodiac sign with our in-depth exploration of the 3 types of Aries personalities: the warrior, the passionate one, and the explorer. Born between March 21 and April 19, Aries individuals are known for their fiery energy, fearless spirit, and unrelenting drive to break boundaries. But did you know that each Aries is shaped by one of 3 powerful planetary influences: Mars, the Sun, or Jupiter, dividing them into 3 distinct Aries decans? In this comprehensive guide, we dive into the Aries zodiac characteristics that define each type. The Aries Warrior, March 21 through 30, ruled by Mars, embodies boldness and resilience, charging through life with a steel soul and an unyielding will to conquer challenges. The Passionate Aries, March 31 through April 9, guided by the Sun, radiates creativity and vision, transforming dreams into timeless legacies with an artistic flair. Finally, the Aries Explorer, April 10 to 19, under Jupiter's expansive influence, thrives on freedom and adventure, living life as an endless journey of discovery. Whether you're seeking to understand your Aries personality traits, connect with the Aries strengths and weaknesses, or explore how your Aries horoscope decan shapes your destiny, this article has it all. Learn how these zodiac signs influences fuel Aries' signature traits: intensity, independence, and a refusal to settle for less, and discover real-life examples of their Aries passion in love, work, and everyday adventures. Are you an Aries zodiac enthusiast wondering which type of Aries am I? Share your birth date and join the conversation. Packed with insights into Aries compatibility, Aries career tendencies, and Aries life purpose, this guide is perfect for anyone eager to embrace their inner fire. Celebrate the unique Aries spirit, a blend of courage, creativity, and wanderlust, and ignite your journey to self-discovery today. The 3 types of Aries. Which one are you? Have you ever noticed 2 Aries individuals who share the same zodiac sign yet seem like they come from completely opposite worlds? One is born to lead, another burns with passion, and the third can't stay still for even a moment. Why is that? Because each zodiac sign is divided into 3 decans, 3 distinct streams of energy influenced by powerful planets: Mars, the Sun, or Jupiter. These differences don't just shape their personalities, they also reveal something fascinating and unexpected. Among the 3 types of Aries, one stands out above the rest, exuding an irresistible magnetism that makes you turn your head. Who are you among them? Do you want to find out? Are you ready to explore these Aries types? First, share your birth date in the comments below. I'll read it and wait for your story because I'd love to join you on this journey. Thank you for choosing us among the countless channels in this vast YouTube universe. Our channel uploads new videos every day, and we sincerely hope you'll stick with us for the long haul as we grow this community together. It's an honor to have you tune into our videos daily. So let's get started. Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, carries within it the primal fire element, a symbol of vibrant life and an insatiable desire to break free. Often compared to the first spark in the universe, those born between March 21 and April 19 possess an explosive energy that cannot be contained. They're individuals brimming with vitality, always ready to leap into action, without overthinking or overplanning. They're not the type to sit around waiting. If something needs to be done, they'll be the first to step up, no matter the challenges or risks. In the workplace, Aries are often pioneers. You'll find them in leadership roles, kicking off new projects, or even forging their own paths. They don't shy away from challenges, and it's this boldness that makes them stand out in a crowd. However, their impatience can sometimes be a weakness. They want everything to happen quickly, and if they're stuck in a slow-moving cycle, they get restless. I once had an Aries friend who quit a desk job because it was too boring, only to start a mobile coffee shop where he could be his own boss and enjoy his freedom. In relationships, Aries bring a whirlwind of passion. They love fiercely, stay loyal, and are always ready to protect those they care about. But don't expect them to be subtle about their feelings. They're so straightforward that it can catch people off guard. If you argue with an Aries, don't be surprised if they erupt immediately, but don't worry either. They rarely hold grudges for long. They're like a flame. They blaze brightly and burn out fast, leaving sincerity in their wake. Daily life for an Aries is a series of explosive moments. They love movement, morning runs, weekend hikes, or spontaneous trips with no preparation. I once saw an Aries friend decide to drive across the province just to shake things up after a stressful workday. For them, prolonged stillness is the enemy, while motion is the tonic that feeds their soul. But they're not always invincible superheroes. Their impulsiveness can lead to stumbles, a hasty decision, a thoughtless word. Yet what's admirable is their ability to bounce back. Airs don't stay down for long. They learn from their mistakes and charge forward with renewed energy. In reality, Aries are inspiring companions, daring co-workers and loved ones who always bring warmth. They're not perfect, but it's their vibrancy, authenticity, and fearlessness that make the world more exciting. If you have an Aries in your life, get ready for unexpected adventures with them. And it's even better if you know which type of Aries they are among the ones below. Type 1. The Aries Warrior, steel soul under Mars's glow. In the cosmic dance of the stars, Aries born between March 21 and March 30 are shaped by Mars, the fiery red planet symbolizing war, action, and burning ambition. Mars isn't just their ruling planet. It's the sacred flame that breathes life into these warriors, turning them into beings who don't just live to exist, but to fight and conquer. If Aries marks the beginning of the Zodiac, then this first decan, guided by Mars, is the gust of wind that fans the primal flame, fierce and unquenchable. In astrology, Mars represents raw energy, decisiveness, courage, and survival instinct. It's the planet of immediate action, no hesitation, no compromise. For Aries in this first decan, Mars's influence is doubled. It's both the ruler of their decan and the overarching ruler of Aries itself. The result is an explosive personality where willpower turns to steel, unyielding, sharp, and unbreakable. They carry the spirit of an ancient warrior, always ready to face foes, whether external challenges or inner demons. Mars' energy doesn't stop at boldness. It's also the source of extraordinary resilience. When others collapse under hardship, the Aries warrior stands like a mountain, staring into the storm and charging forward with the speed of a rocket. Giving up isn't in their vocabulary. It simply doesn't exist. When they set a goal, they don't walk, they run. They don't step, they leap. They don't wait, they tear through obstacles to advance. This intensity makes them shine, though it can overwhelm those around them, like standing before a forest fire, beautiful yet dangerous. Picture someone you know, the type who, when the group hesitates over a big decision, like quitting a job to start a business or facing a financial risk, jumps into action before you can blink. That's the Aries warrior. They don't sit around analyzing endlessly or waiting for consensus. In a tense group meeting, while everyone debates between the safe route or the risky one, they'll stand up and declare, "I'm doing this, who's with me?" and dive in without looking back. They're natural trailblazers. Historically, this is the energy of figures like Alexander the Great, a quintessential Aries who conquered the world not out of greed but to prove no limit was unbreakable. In modern life, they're the entrepreneurs who ditch stable jobs to build something from scratch, the athletes who overcome injuries to break records, or even the neighbor who decides to build a house themselves just to try. Their boldness isn't for show. It's how they affirm their existence. A surprising trait of the Aries warrior is their love for solitude. Mars doesn't just grant them action-oriented energy, it also fuels a deep inner strength, making them independent of the crowd's validation. While others need friends to soothe their insecurities, they embrace silence as a companion. In solitary moments, they hone their skills, plan, and face themselves, not to escape, but to prepare for the next battle. In real life, Think of that friend who skips noisy hangouts, not because they dislike you, but because they're off somewhere, maybe hitting the gym at midnight or sitting quietly with a notebook, focused on their personal goals. They don't need applause or cheers. Their confidence is rooted within, like a flame that burns without wind, and this self-reliance sets them apart. In astrology, Mars also governs desire and passion, so it's no surprise that the Aries Warrior loves with fierce intensity. They don't love halfway. Once they open their heart, they offer absolute loyalty, like a vow carved in stone. But they demand the same in return: honesty and decisiveness. Betray them, and don't expect a second chance. Mars doesn't forgive weakness or deceit. Imagine a couple. This Aries guy might not be great with sweet words, but when you're in trouble, jobless, sick, or facing any crisis, he's the first to roll up his sleeves, standing by you like a fortress ready to fight for you. But if you deceive him, that door slams shut forever. No extra explanations needed. Mars doesn't just bring victory, it teaches them to rise from ashes. Failure doesn't deter them, it's like fuel for their inner fire. When a project flops, a relationship crumbles, or the world turns its back, they don't wallow. They learn, adapt, and return twice as strong. For instance, they might lose everything in a risky investment, but months later they've rebuilt it all, not through luck, but through sheer, unyielding will. Ultimately, the Aries Warrior is the friend who amazes you with their resolve, the coworker you admire for their stamina, and the rival you respect for their unstoppable force. Under Mars' glow, they don't just live. They're an eternal phenomenon that never stops burning. So, are you intrigued yet? Subscribe to our channel to help us reach 20,000 subscribers. It's a huge motivator for us to keep creating content for you. If you enjoyed this, don't hesitate to share it with others and give it a like. Let's continue. Type 2, the Passionate One, creative flame from the sun. When the first light of spring shines brightest, from March 31 to April 9, Aries of the second decan are born under the guidance of the sun, the ultimate symbol of life, creativity, and eternal vision. If the first decan is the blazing fire of Mars, this decan is a radiant light that not only burns but also illuminates and inspires. They aren't just warriors charging into battle. They are the artists of life, pioneers who turn ideas into reality, leaving an indelible mark on the universe. In astrology, the sun is the center of the solar system, the source of all life and individuality. It represents the ego, self-awareness, and the desire to assert oneself in the world. For the passionate Aries, the sun isn't just the ruler of their second decade. It blends with the primal energy of Mars, Aries' overall ruling planet, creating a unique fusion, bold action guided by profound vision. These are people who live to create, not for fame or fortune, but because they believe every idea, every work is a piece of their soul entrusted to the world. The sun's influence imbues them with a fierce sense of purpose, an inner flame that never fades. While the Mars-ruled warrior conquers with physical strength and will, the passionate one conquers with intellect and passion. They don't charge blindly. They pause, observe, and then act with the precision of an artisan. Their passion isn't a fleeting storm. It's the raw material for building lasting legacies, timeless creations. Whether it's a painting, a song, or an idea that transforms an industry. Unlike the instinct-driven warrior Aries, the passionate one possesses a rare depth. They stand at the intersection of boldness and refinement, where Aries' fire is guided by the sun to become light, not just heat. Think of them as a masterful director. They don't just film, they tell stories that bring you to tears. Or as an entrepreneur who doesn't just start a business but creates products that change how we live. In real life, you might know an Aries friend from this group who one day announced they were quitting their desk job to pursue a passion for music. While everyone thought it was a crazy idea, they didn't just write one song, they composed an entire album, taught themselves guitar, and ended up on stage, leaving the audience speechless with emotion. That's the passionate one. They don't just dream, they make dreams real, step by step, with relentless creativity and determination. Though they have a natural charisma, walking into a room and lighting it up like the midday sun, the passionate one often chooses solitude to perfect themselves. The sun doesn't just grant them radiant energy, it also gives them deep self-awareness, meaning they don't need a crowd to feel whole. In stillness, they find absolute freedom, the space where grand ideas are shaped, where they confront themselves and unlock boundless potential. Imagine this. You meet them at a party where they captivate everyone with their enthusiasm and inspiring stories. But the next morning when you text them to hang out, they decline because they're busy working. In reality, they're alone in a corner, painting a new piece, writing a book chapter, or planning their next project. They don't do it for praise, it's their breath, their way of existing. The sun also governs the passionate one's heart, making their love both intense and genuine. They don't love in a stifling or possessive way. Their love is like light, warm, expansive, but not confining. They protect those they care about with their whole heart, showing it through actions more than words. For example, if you're their partner and struggling, like losing sleep over work stress, they won't just comfort you with words, they might stay up all night to help you meet a deadline, or quietly leave a cup of coffee by your desk without being asked. But they need a partner strong enough to keep up. They can't stand dependence or mediocrity. They crave a relationship that's stimulating, where both push each other to grow. If you can't match their fire, they won't wait. Not out of coldness, but because they can't live any other way. The passionate one rejects mediocrity. It's both a curse and a gift from the sun. They're born to change the game, leaving an unforgettable mark in whatever field they touch. They might be the painter whose works make you ponder, the writer whose stories melt your heart, or the entrepreneur whose technology the world can't stop talking about. But that creative flame comes at a cost. They're prone to burnout. The sun is an infinite energy source, but the human body isn't. They often dive into work with such intensity, skipping meals and sleep, that they collapse. Yet, like sunlight after rain, they always rise again, stronger, brighter, with lessons etched deep in their soul. Before I move on to the third Aries type, if you're still watching this, it shows you're intrigued by this zodiac sign. Or maybe you're one of those unbeatable Aries out there. Our channel has tons of Aries videos, so check them out to explore this pioneering sign further. Type 3, the Explorer, free spirit under Jupiter's wings. From April 10 to April 19, Aries of the third decan are born under the guidance of Jupiter, the giant planet of expansion, luck, and an endless thirst for discovery. If the Mars-ruled warrior is a blazing fire and the Sun-ruled passionate one is a radiant light, the Jupiter-ruled explorer is a free wind, sweeping away limits and breathing life into new horizons. They don't just live, they adventure, turning life into an endless journey filled with untold stories. In astrology, Jupiter symbolizes growth, wisdom, and faith in the grander things. It represents expansion, not just materially, but spiritually, emotionally, and experientially. For third decan Aries, Jupiter merges with the primal fire of Mars, Aries' overarching ruler, creating a unique personality. Aries' boldness, elevated by a vast vision and a yearning to reach the distant and unknown. They're not content with the familiar, they're born to cross boundaries, to explore uncharted territories, both literal and metaphorical. Jupiter's energy gifts them with rare optimism. They see the world not as a series of struggles, but as a giant playground full of possibilities. They believe every risk is worth taking, every failure is a lesson, and every day is an invitation to step out and live fully. While the warrior fights to conquer and the passionate one creates to leave a legacy, the explorer adventures to feel the pulse of life. No destination needed, just the journey. Picture a friend. While everyone's fine with 9-to-5 jobs and weekend getaways nearby, they grab a backpack and disappear for months, returning with tales of climbing the Himalayas, diving in the Pacific, or living in a remote village with no Wi-Fi. That's the Aries Explorer. They don't wait for the perfect moment or full preparation. They leap into the unknown with a smile, believing every experience, win or lose, is a gift. Real-life example, you might know a coworker who quits their job to motorcycle around the world, or a cousin who tries bungee jumping just because it sounds fun. They don't fear risk. To them, it's the spice of life. Their presence inspires naturally. You don't need them to say much. Just watching how they live, confident, resilient, always pushing limits, makes you wonder, why don't I dare to try? Though they love connecting with people and exploring new cultures, the explorer carries the heart of a lone wanderer. Jupiter doesn't just expand their outer world, it widens their inner space, letting them find joy in solitude. Stillness doesn't weaken them. It's a wellspring for reflection, planning, and connecting with themselves on a deeper level. In everyday life, they're the friend who skips bar nights to camp solo in the woods. Not because they are antisocial, but because they need space to breathe and dream of their next adventure. Freedom is their compass, a direct gift from Jupiter. They can't stand chains, be it a restrictive job, a controlling relationship, or any framework that cages their spirit. They need room to move, grow, and chase passions unbound. For instance, in work they might be freelancers rejecting long-term contracts to keep their mobility, or artists choosing a nomadic life over a fixed home. But don't mistake this for a fear of commitment. They'll commit as long as the bond respects their free spirit. In love, they need a partner who doesn't cage them, but explores the world alongside them. Imagine a couple. This explorer gal doesn't want roses or fancy dinners. She wants you to climb mountains with her, sleep under the stars, and create memories no one else has. Try to bind them and they'll break free. Not because they don't love, but because freedom is their breath. Jupiter also fuels their love for movement and physical challenges. They don't hit the gym to flaunt muscles. They climb peaks, run marathons, or swim rivers to feel life pulse through their veins. For example, they might be the friend who runs 10 km at dawn just to test themselves, or the coworker who finishes a long trek and excitedly recounts standing atop a mountain, the wind wiping away all worries. To them, the body isn't just a tool, it's a gateway to new experiences. They're the friend who makes you want to grab a backpack and go somewhere, the coworker who shows you work isn't everything, the partner who convinces you love can be a journey, not just a stop. The Aries Explorer embodies Jupiter, vast, boundless, and brimming with faith in life. They're not just people, they're symbols of freedom, of the drive to transcend all limits. In daily life, they're the friend who amazes you with their courage, the coworker you admire for their adaptability, the lover who makes you want to soar to new horizons with them. Under Jupiter's guidance, they don't just live, they're a wind that sweeps the world into their endless. Whether you're a warrior with a steel soul under Mars' glow, a passionate one burning with creativity from the sun, or an explorer roaming free under Jupiter's guidance, you carry within you the signature flame of Aries, fierce, uncontainable, and always ready to ignite and change the world. Each type of Aries is a unique piece of the puzzle, but they all share a common spirit, living to the fullest, fearless, and never settling for mediocrity. If you're an Aries, do you feel a resonance with these traits? Has there ever been a moment in your life when you realized you are that flame, stubborn, resilient, and brimming with passion? Or perhaps you have Aries friends who never cease to amaze you with their strength, creativity, or adventurous spirit? Cherish the Aries in your life, for they are a truly special zodiac sign, pioneering souls. If you found this piece engaging and think it could replace a video, leave a 1 in the comments. If you think there's room for improvement, comment 2 and share your thoughts. I'm always ready to listen. And every day, look in the mirror, smile, and affirm to yourself, I am an Aries, strong, unique, and nothing can stop me. To all the Aries across the world, from steadfast warriors, passionately creative souls to free-spirited explorers, may you always keep that fire alive in your heart, always move forward, and always stay true to yourselves. You're not just a part of the universe, you're the brightest stars in the night sky, lighting up every path you tread. Keep burning, keep exploring, and keep creating miracles, because that's who you are. You incredible Aries.